Well, hello, everybody. Come on in, grab yourself something to drink, have a seat, and we're going to have a good old time. I have got my box of yarn. I need to pull. I need to pull some. Uh, Hanks. My mind. You have to. I'm not even going to apologize. You guys know how crazy I am, so I'm not, I won't even apologize. But I need to pull a few Hanks out of this box, at least 10, uh, so I can get them wound up. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wind them all up in all 10 in a ball. And then I don't have to worry about everything's already done. I can just crochet away. But I need something a little bit bigger than that there box. Because I need room to get things jiggled up, mixed up. So I thought that's what I get for thinking. I thought I had a small box. I probably did, but the kids probably took it off. They slide empty boxes around this house like you wouldn't believe. In and out, pushing, and before long it's clear out in the kitchen or the back room. But anyway, I'm gonna have to pause you for a minute because I gotta find a box. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. This is a bit of an overkill, but I didn't want to have to look forever. But I needed something so I can mix these up. Because these are 60. And once I get these 60 done, no matter how big it is, it's done. I'm not going to add to it. These 60 are going to be it. Okay. Box is empty. Here they are. Get these all mixed up. And we're going to pull 10, 15, somewhere through there. Okay. I don't want to look. I don't want to look. So there's the first one. Here's number 2. There's number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. 7. 8. Number 9. There's number 10. 11, number 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, so there we got it. Now, I chose 15, so I'm hoping that I can get these 15 crocheted, and then I will pick another 15, and I'm hoping within between 4 and 8 videos, this blanket will be done. So, bring you up to date. So, we're starting at 15 because 15 is the last one I drew. So that's going to be the first one on the inside of the ball. The first one I drew will be on the outside of the ball because that will be the first one that I use. And this being the last one I pulled will be the last one I use in this round. So, anyway, let's move on. I'm just going to talk why I wind these up. And if we have time, my blanket's right here. So if we have time, I'll work on the blanket. But I wanted to show the colors that I'm picking because I'm going to do this off camera. And then when I get these 15 in the blanket, then I will show you my progress before I pull out the next 15. Yep. And I hope you all had a wonderful week. Mine was a week. We'll just leave it at that. Mine was a week. It was a crazy one. So I want to talk a little bit about my blanket. Not my blanket, not this one. The blanket that everybody, I shouldn't say everybody, whoever sent in a square. Whoever sent me a square, that's the blanket I'm talking about right now. So, there's some personal things going on. I'm not divulging into what's going on. Me and Kevin are fine. Kevin's not sick. Our kitties are fine. It's just personal. There is a very select few that know what's going on. But if I look tired, sound tired, everything's okay. But getting back on track. So the blanket, I'm going to be getting some help putting the blanket together. Um, sometimes we just need help, and I needed help getting this blanket put together. So I reached out to a wonderful person, and so I'm going to be boxing up all the squares. I'm going to mail them to this person. They will put the blanket together for charity, and when she has it done, she will send the blanket back to me, and I will reimburse her the shipping charges to send me the blanket back. And when it comes to me, it will be fully done. So the blanket won't be done by May 1st, but it will be in the process um, of getting there. And I just didn't want to entrust the blanket to just anyone. Uh, so I had to choose wisely. And once it comes back to me, we can get the license and start selling the raffle tickets for the blanket. But I wanted to keep everybody in the loop of what's going on with the blanket. So I will not have an update about the blanket for charity until it comes back to me. But I just hope everybody is doing wonderful. And I am really excited. I'm really excited that I was able to get help. Now let's hope I don't drop this too many times. Okay, so here's number 14. You guys know I love you. I'm not trying to pull the wool over your eyes. I won't do that to you. But I do want to be honest, though. Uh, the countdown boxes, well, not the countdown box, I'm sorry, Christmas in July boxes or Christmas in July stockings. It might not be May 1st that they get posted on Etsy, but I will make a video about them as soon as I get them done. Like I said, there's some things going on in the background that I don't want to get into, but things will happen. I just have to push the date out a little bit. Come on, Junior. Come on, baby boy. I believe all the kids are sleeping. They have been so crazy. So crazy. I mean, they have been running through this house like mad cats. I'm telling you. It's just crazy. And the other night, what night was that? Might have been, no, it was the morning. It was one of the mornings. Because I got home from work and I had went to bed. So yeah, it was in the morning. Well, anyhow, I was sitting in my chair, and my chair sits right next to the couch. I mean, right next to it. I mean, right next to the couch. Well, hi, honey. It's Junior. He does not like to be on camera. He does not. He's Junior is a very private cat. When he wants loving, he'll come seek you out, and he will only let you scratch him and love on him until he's done. Then when he's done, it's like he's a, and you have to let him down, because if you don't, he will claw you to death. But like I said, when he wants attention, he'll come around. When he don't, he'll come up. He'll lay by you, or he'll lay down a ways. He'll lay on the floor in front of you. Um, he'll let you give him some head rubs, some scratches as you walk by, but don't pick him up unless he wants to be picked up, because he will claw you to death. I'm telling you, that's just how he is. When he wants his loving, he'll seek you out, and he'll be like, "Okay, pick me up. Pick me up." It's just the way he is, and we give him his boundaries. If that's what he wants, that's what he wants. He gets it, and he'll let you know. He will let you know when dry food isn't good enough, because he'll look in the bowl, he'll look up at you, and then he will walk over around the corner and sit in front of the moist cat food box. And he'll sit there and stare at it. And he's letting you know that, okay, I'm done with that mess in there. I want some wet food. But that's him. That's my boy. He's doing really good. The vet said that his ears, because he got some kind of bacteria infection in his ears. Don't know how that happened, but it did. But the vet gave him some medicine, and they're cleared up, and he seems to be doing better. Not just for a minute, I thought I cut my knot. But that has happened numerous times. Russ cut his knot, and it's like, man, it's like, really? I'm just checking my knot. I just wanted to check it to make sure it was tied, because I'm using the magic knot on this, because there's too many ends to try and sew in. There'd be a 400, like, let's see, I'm doing 220 times 2. That'd be what, 440 ends to sew in. Yeah, I'll pass on that. So I'm using the magic knot, which I believe I have a video on my channel on how to do the magic knot. And once I can get um, my yarn room situated, I'll I'll probably redo some of my um, videos for teaching, because I don't call mine tutorials. Mine are called "Come Learn with Me," because you are learning with me. Russ has to be different. Don't ask me why. Russ, this has to be different. So all I'm doing is winding up these little balls. I'm laying them flat on the table, undoing the knot, and then I'm just kind of like going slow to make sure it don't get knotted up. But that's how I'm doing them. It doesn't pay to get the ball winder out, because then you got to get the Swift out, and it's more hassle than what it's worth to do these little skeins. But now when I get my craft room done, if I can get it done, I'm going to have a small table. I'm going to have a table set up just for winding yarn. And I'm thinking about having, when the contractors are here doing the room, I'm thinking about having them build me a table that folds down. So I will have, there'll be when it folds up, when the table folds up, it will stop short of hitting the wall, because my table will be set out from the wall a good ways. So when I fold it up, the yarn Swift won't get damaged hitting the wall. It's in my head. Trust me, it will work. Because I like having the Swift and ball winder available, instead of trying to, you know, get it all screwed down, then have to wind, So, and I might do something different, but by the time that comes, who knows? But I want things nice. And but I just have to, I get the contractors over here to see how much it's going to cost to even do it. It needs done. It needs done. I was hoping this weekend that it would be nice enough for me to get outside and do a video outside. And we're only going to have pigs this year, pigs and chickens. So we won't have the goats, but we will have the pigs and the chickens. But I want to do some videos outside. I bought a brand new picnic table last year and hardly used it. But I think I bought it right towards the end of summer. So it was my own fault. But anyway, we can have the best laid out plans and they still get ruined. No matter how much you plan, how hard you try, sometimes they just get botched. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's just one of those things that happen. It happens. But we do what we do. I always say that. We do what we do. Oh, come on. And oh, you know, you guys know, you are, those of you that's been watching me a while, you know my mind's crazy. So you'll remember that I put a stitch marker on my blanket that I'm using for my bed, or that will be. That's what this yarn here is for. It's a blanket for my bed. And so I put a stitch marker, progress keeper, however you want to call it, because I wanted to find out how many skeins or how many minis it's taking to make one full round, right? Well, guess what? That's all fine and dandy. But if you're not keeping track, of where you start another one, it's going to be hard to tell. Like the light bulb finally clicked. So, so it's crazy. I'm telling you. I have wonderful plans, but I seem to never be able to fulfill them. And I got to figure out how I can start fulfilling my plans because they're good plans. I just need to figure out how to get them working. I'll figure something out. One of these days, it's like the old honeymooners. One of these days, bang, zoom to the moon. Did everybody get their catalog from Mary Maxim? I got mine. I got one from Hirschner's too. Russ don't need no yarn. Trust me, Russ don't need yarn. But anyway, that's why I even hate looking at yarn sales because something will be on sale that I love to use, and lo and behold, I don't need it. So I've been trying to stay away from online yarn stores because Russ don't need no yarn. I got my Aberdeen wool yarn coming at some point. They haven't dyed it up yet, but they will. I'm not worried about it. It's 2,000 mini hanks. So it's 2,000 of those. And those will be going in the countdown boxes at Christmas time, which is different from Christmas in July. Now, Christmas in July will be Christmas in July. So it's not going to be summer themed. It's not going to be fall themed. You're getting Christmas in July, just like you would be at Christmas time. So things are going to be wrapped in Christmas paper. Things are going to be sparkly. Um, so just if you decide to buy a stocking, Christmas in July stocking, or a Christmas in July box, either one, it's going to be Christmas, just like Christmas. Hence, Christmas in July. Because I was getting good suggestions. Don't get me wrong, but if the word Christmas is in it, it's got to be Christmas themed. It has to be Christmas, or it's not really Christmas. You're just using the name. Hmm. Well, the kids were asleep. Come on, Tippy. Come on, baby girl. Come on, honey. It's okay, baby girl. Here, come on. Come on, sweetie. Come on. Oh, come here. Oh, okay. So here's the CEO of It's Raining Yarn. She never tells me I can't order yarn. Do you, baby girl? She never says, no, you can't do it, Dad. Do you, baby girl? Baby girl. But, sweetie, they get your toes. They get your toes. She'll spread them right out. But who doesn't like their feet rubbed? Well, there is some people that don't like their feet rubbed. But Tippy, she'll spread her toes out as far as they go. Don't you, baby girl? Yeah, there's baby girl. Want to say hi to everybody? Huh? Say hi, everybody. Say I'm getting loving from my dad. Say I'm Tippy. I'm CEO of It's Raining Yarn. And if I want scratches from my daddy, I'll get them, regardless if he's on camera or not. My big girl. Aren't you sweet? She'll go to sleep. She will just, once she gets in my arms, she'll go to sleep. She'll start purring and she'll just go to sleep. Won't you, big girl? Won't you, sweet? There we go. Oh my goodness. Tell everyone bye. No, you can't have my, no. You can't have my yarn, baby. Here. I had to give her something to play with. She was wanting my yarn. Like, no. You probably can hear. Crazy kid. She makes me laugh so much. She just, oh, I'm telling you, she's crazy. She takes after her mama. And her grandma, I wish her grandma was still around. But Sweet Pea's mother, because Sweet Pea is Tippy's mother. So Sweet Pea's mother, her name was Baby. And when I brought her home from work, um, she was pregnant. And that I knew that. But work was, I probably told this story before, but work was going to send them all to the shelter, the animal shelter. And it's like a pregnant cat at the shelter. Nobody's going to want a pregnant cat. Nobody's going to want a pregnant cat. And then if she had babies at the shelter would have to wait until the babies were old enough before they could be getting rid of, and this, that, and another. So it's just like, no, me and Kevin was talking about getting a barn cat anyhow. So it's like, you know what? I'll take her home. So I brought her home, and she was standoffish for a little bit, but then she started coming around until she's had her babies, which she, we didn't have her very long before she had her first litter, and we had no idea where she had them. No idea. And it's like we're panicking because we have coyotes, and there's like 100 acres worth of woods right here, and the coyotes, we're always worried about them. But we found where she had them, and she had them in a good spot. It was in a bunch of wheat, so there was an old tree stump, and then weeds had grew up around it. Well, she had went through the weeds and down into a little hole, um, and that's where she had them. So we didn't know how many she had, and she would come out and lay there in front, but she wouldn't go far because of her babies. And um, so um, we would lay out there in the yard with her, and rub her and pet her and stuff. Let her know she was okay, and we would take her food and stuff, and made her as comfortable as we could. And of course, me. You're probably already starting to laugh because you know for most people it's like you give them dry food and stuff and fresh water, and you know that's that's doing good. It's like, oh no, not Russ, no. So I had um opened up a can of tuna fish, which you can't feed a lot of tuna fish to a cat. I guess it's not good for them, but a little bit's okay. But it's like she just had babies, and she was needing protein. But anyhow, so I gave her some, and then of course there was canned chicken. She, trust me, Russ had her eating good. But as time went on, she did bring her babies out, and of course they were so cute. And we had this great big huge white, looked like um Junior. We've always had one look like Junior, but now all of them mamas are gone. So Junior is the last one. We did have one white one, but um, she ended up getting killed, of course. But so Junior, Junior is our last white kitty, unless something happens miraculously and we end up with a white cat. But for now, Junior, he's our last white cat. And that's my boy. And you ain't getting my boy. He's not going outside. I do take him outside. So we have a little radiator thing right there by the door. And there's a window right there. And in the summertime, he'll hop up on that and he'll try and look out the window. So I'll pick him up and we'll walk outside. And we go outside the back door and he just lays there and looks around until he's done. And then we come back inside. And he goes on about his business. But I do take him outside. And this spring, me and Kevin's got to get the Three Seasons porch cleaned out so I can have my hot tub back. I miss my hot tub. I'm sure Kevin misses. I'm sure Kevin misses it too because it's nice, even in the summertime. And people's like, well, how can you stand it so hot? So hot in the summertime and it's already hot. Well, it's a hot tub. So in the summertime, you dial it back. So your body temperature is like around 98 degrees, give or take a degree or two. So if you dial your water back like 2 degrees underneath your body temp, once you enter the water, it is warm, but after you've been in there a while, it actually starts to cool, even though it's 2 degrees. It'll start cooling. It will cool your body down. I'm telling you. So in the summertime, that's what we usually do. We usually dial it down to like 96, so that way we can use it during the summertime too, because it is so nice to sit in and relax. It is. It's really nice. And if you have a hot tub and don't use it in the summertime or very little because of the heat, um, dial it back a few degrees, and you'll be amazed. Mm. I'm just trying to keep this going. Try not to drag my feet too much because I still got 9 more to go. Work is still slow, but we're actually able to hire. So my two temps that I had that I've been fighting to keep, they finally let me hire them. So that was good. I was happy about that. The one did get hired in. He was hired in last week. Um, my other one gets hired in Monday. We're third shift, so we have to work Sunday night, but he has to do his onboarding with HR Monday morning, providing his um, drug test come out okay. Which I'm not worried about that. He's not worried about that. So it's all formality. Kevin did mention though before he went to bed, he don't work tomorrow, so he just has to take his mom grocery shopping, which is okay because we have to grocery shop too. So we just do it together. And so Kevin's like, uh, tomorrow morning would be a good morning to go out to breakfast. And I said, okay, we'll go to breakfast in the morning. I'm up for breakfast. You guys up for breakfast? Come on. You can go with us. Oh, it's just one of those. It's just time is going by very quickly. Time is going by very quickly. Seems to be going fast for some reason. Maybe it's just me, but yeah, it's probably just me. Unless you think, leave me a comment. Do you think time's going by quick? I mean, we're already going like towards the middle of April already. We got like 2 weeks and a half left of April, and it's May. It's like, man, time is, to me, time just seems to be flying. Sounds like Kevin's getting up. I cannot believe I've been on almost an hour. That's what I'm saying. Time is just flying, and I'm trying to get this done. Just trying to get things done the best I can. I just you think you're done and a knot appears. And I don't want no knots. No knots. I don't even know what time it is. I guess I could find out. It is 4:30. 4:33. Yes, I got a knot. And I'm trying to be patient. I'm not a very patient person. I try. I'm just not a patient person. Thought I almost had it. It's a good thing I didn't pull very hard, or I would have had a knot that I wouldn't have been able to get. So I would have had to cut it. And I don't like cutting. I I try and cut this yarn as very little as possible for the mere fact because it's expensive. It's hand dyed sock yarn. It's Aberdeen's Tangled Poet yarn that they use their pickle jar. It's their pickle jar yarn, but the material used is sock yarn. It's superwash merino wool and nylon. Beautiful stuff. I love working with it. I really do. But when you use sock yarn, it being so thin, it takes more to get a project done. So, like if I wanted to make me a sweater out of it, I would have to have quite a few. Um, it'd probably take me 160 mini hanks to make me a sweater. But now, if you use like regular 4 weight or jumbo, you wouldn't need that many. But I like the I like things that are, for one, unique. Because with this being hand dyed yarn, there will never be another blanket like this. Similar, yes, but you cannot reproduce this blanket because it's hand dyed yarn. And you can't you can't manufacture that. You would have had to have the same hanks as I out of the same batch, and it still wouldn't be 100% um, identical. Because when you dye yarn, Um, it all depends on how much dye the yarn soaks up. So even if the yarn is from the same batch, doesn't mean it's going to be not when you're doing hand dyed. I'm not talking about commercial dyeing. Commercial dyeing is totally different. I'm talking hand dyed. You can get it close, but it won't be identical. And this is giving me fits. Man, what is it? Okay, I think I got it. For some reason, this is kind of like... I'm tying it. I'm tying it. I'm tying it. I wanted to do a video because I wanted to talk to you guys, and I had to get work done. So it's like I'm doing two things at once. I'm doing what I have to do, plus I get to talk to you. Now, what better combination is... You can't get a better combination. Now, this I'm not sure about. I'm not too sure about this. Dang it. I don't like it. No, don't like it. Did not like that knot at all. So we're going to redo it. And as much time and effort that I'm putting into this blanket, it might as well be right. There we go. I'm happy with that. That other knot I just was not happy with at all. So once I can get back outside to do videos, of course they'll be in the backyard on my picnic table. And there's plenty of cats out there too, which hard telling who will visit us outside. It won't be any of the kids from inside, that's for sure. Because they don't go outside. We got too much money wrapped up in them for them to go outside. Now, they might want to go outside, but that won't happen. Sweet Pea is dying to go outside, I'm telling you. But yeah, she don't get to go outside. I think Kevin said the other day she's 4 years old. Sweet Pea is. Tippy's only a year, going on a year. I think this yarn right here is giving me a fit. Something happened to it, and I'm not sure quite what. I don't know if it... I'm not sure what happened to this, but it's not wanting to unwind very well. That's why it's best to have a Swift. Oh, maybe I got through the rough stuff, because it's starting to unwind better. unwind like it's supposed to. And I think this ball, oh, come on, might be small enough after I get all this wound where I'll be able to use my yarn bowl that I got from Aberdeen Wool. They had sent me a wonderful gift because I couldn't find my yarn bowl, and she was so kind, so sweet, and she sent me a yarn bowl. Great customer service. Aberdeen Wool, great customer service. Well, I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 to go, but it is already an hour in. But I wanted to come spend some time with you guys because I wasn't able to this week. There's just circumstances that I don't want to get into. But I love you guys. Don't ever forget that. And if you ever want to crochet with a friend, bring up one of my videos. I'm always here. So with that, I will see you all in my next video. Okay? Bye.